Well, good morning, everybody. Look who's here. Scott is back. He had time to come over today, so we didn't think about turning the camera on, but we just put the new impeller in here. Everything looked real good. No corrosion, no rust. There's quite a bit of sand in there, which is normal. There's the old impeller, which, yep. But the new one is in. Wasn't a big job, just mainly clean up and stick everything back together. The kit came with new gaskets. Looks like it came with, looks like this pump kit will work for two different ones. Yeah, work for two different type water pumps. So everything we needed was there. Everything's clean, and we're going to put it back together. Now this motor is new enough to where it does not have the barrel, what do you call it, linkage for the transmission to go in and out. It's all right here, and we got it in forward locked down, so that was really easy. The only thing we're going to have to deal with is getting the water jet tube back in there, which we just cleaned that out outside. I'll show you in a minute. But that shouldn't be no trouble. It's a copper tube, and this is actually for the speedometer, which I'm not going to use, but since it's there, we'll just leave it and put it back in there. Who knows, I might hook one up one day. Yeah, now we'll run out here right quick. Let me show you the motor. We figured out the latch, how to lift it and tilt it. Electric lift will be in my future, guarantee you. It's dark out here because it's cloudy. It's going to rain again. But there is the tube where the water comes through the engine and out the exhaust. I mean the what we've always called a PP hole. It comes out. And we've run a lot of air through it with the compressor, so that's all good. That's all clean. That's the exhaust. And now we're going to slide it back in there. Take both of us to get it in there, but we'll get it. Alright, show y'all what's going on now. Went to put it all back together, and it was in some little bitty bind. We couldn't figure out what was the matter. Took it back apart, and this piece here broke. Now this is pot metal. What it actually does, this is the gasket that fits around the exhaust that comes out the bottom. Now this slides up on the exhaust, and this plate here keeps it from going down inside or whatever it does. And of course, cannot find one. We can find this piece, but we cannot find this piece. So what do we do when something like this happens? And we have the genius himself here. He's making a new one. Got some aluminum. And he's going to make a new one.
It'll be better than the spiker one that Doc has to crack. You just pinch it and it breaks.
Yeah, be much better. Now this is some of that aluminum I've had for years that Master Sergeant brought me. Was actually the, it's noisy in here. Was actually the side rails, straps or something off an old swimming pool. Once again, that's why you don't throw anything away. The metal, that aluminum is the exact thickness of the gasket. And all it's going to take is some, cut it out, sand it, grind it, and it'll work. This is the exhaust piece I was telling you about. That's where that goes. And let's see. Guarantee you will not see a 1979 motor as clean as this thing, top and bottom. No corrosion to speak of, and that's because it's never been in salt water. Generally, a motor like this in salt water will run you about 20 years before it corrodes away. So if I get 20 years out of this, I'm happy. By then, I'll be able to afford me one of them great big new Ranger boats like Jimmy Houston drives. They're only 100 grand, you know, that's not that bad. So. Alright, then we got carburetor kits. We're going to do that later today too. Alright, we'll be back with something else. When he gets finished building that, we'll put it together. I don't want to get in his way when he's in the zone. And there we go.
This little piece right in here follows around underneath that. It's just a little plate for this. Basically just it's not an O-ring, it's just a seal for the exhaust to set on so it don't get galled up and pushed down in there.
Yep, just a seat.
It's better than that little die cast piece that was in there that just cracked. Just pinch it just a little bit and it broke.
Yep.
It's good to go now, Ricky.
Yep.
Right there.
That's how you handle that.
Yep. It's better than that. That'll bend before it breaks. It might kink and bend, but it'll never break.
Yeah.
But it's good to go now.
Now we can put it back together again. And of course it's starting to rain. But that's okay, we're under the shelter. So. Now here, I thought about a gasket or some silicone. But
It don't matter because see there's holes right here down in that where stuff can leak out.
Yeah, drain. But there was no gasket, no silicone, no nothing on it before. No. And it may or may not have been taken apart before. It don't really look like it has.
No.
So we're gonna go right back with factory, the way they had it from the factory. So
yeah, the exhaust just sticks through that. And this is just for the transmission part. That just lines up. There's no reason for a gasket there. And then of course there's like 4 holes here for water to drain out.
Yep.
It gets in, but ain't nothing in there. It's just basically a plate to bolt the thing to the bottom of the motor.
Right. Well, that's what was holding us back before, I think. So
yeah,
that's done. So let's put it all back together and see. All right, water pump is in. Got all that figured out. Now Scott is rebuilding the carburetors.
Yeah, this is the second one. This is the last one.
Yeah, that's the last one. And that was the bottom carburetor, and it was absolutely plugged.
It was nasty.
It's a wonder that it even started at all the other day. Got it all back together. Now we're going to put them all back on and see what happens next. Should hear a sound like nom, 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 nom. Maybe we'll see. All right, we've been at it all day. We have managed to make a big mess. See, Scott got the carburetors rebuilt. Water pump is in. We got it running, but it won't stay running. We kept it running long enough, squirting some carburetor cleaner in there to keep it going, enough to see the fuel pump does work. I mean, the water pump works. I think we have fuel pump issues. Does anybody know where the fuel pump is on a 1979 Mercury 50 horse? Because it's set up with the gas tank, the primer bulb. It's getting gas, but it won't pull gas into it. Which seems good. And it runs awful good. Yeah, it runs real good. But we just cannot figure out where the fuel pump is. Mean Gene, you watching? You know a lot about these things. It doesn't even have a fuel pump. I don't know. But we're missing one little thing. But anyway, we're almost there with the boat, with the motor. And we'll get back to it here in a few days. Tomorrow I've got some knives I've got to finish. The bad weather's supposed to come in tonight. It was actually supposed to come in yesterday. Never did. But anyway, we'll give it a go again next time.
Yeah, a few days we'll figure it out.
Yep, I want to thank Scott very, very, very much for coming over all these times and helping me with this stuff. I couldn't have done it without him.
We just appreciate all the viewers and everybody's responses and their comments.
Yep.
They're at home on my channel. And
yep, everybody watches. That's the big thing. I'm glad y'all watch. Glad y'all watch Scott's channel too. I'll post a link down here.
you go to Domingo's Mundo and watch it.
Domingos Mundo. I'm learning how to say them.
Yeah, you got to speak it in Portuguese. Domingo's Mundo.
Oh.
That's because I named my channel after my dove. Because we got him on a Sunday, and I just named him Domingo out because I got him on a Sunday. And the house is his world, so world is Mundo in Portuguese. So I just call it my channel Domingo's Mundo. Even though I'm not Brazilian, but I get a bunch of Brazilian subscribers because of it.
Yep, that's why I call him Scotly. He's a scholarly kind of guy, so he knows.
Yeah.
He speaks all that stuff. So.
Yeah, I speak some Portuguese. That's all I'm Portuguese.
I don't even know where Portuguese is, or Portugal.
They speak Portuguese in Portugal and Brazil.
Oh, okay. I know where Brazil's at on the map. I mean, I ain't never been there, but.
Yeah, it's far south of here.
So they're real southern folks down there.
Yeah, those are real southern folks.
Alrighty, well, we'll get back on it in a day or two. Thank y'all for watching. Thank you for putting up with our rambling.
I'm tuckered out.
Thank you. Yep, we're both tired, and we're both dirty and nasty, and time to...
Mama might not even let us in the house.
Maybe not. And that'd be bad, because it's time to eat supper here shortly.
Yeah, I've got to get in the bathtub before I sit on the furniture.
Yep. As long as your wife ain't mad at me for keeping you over here so long.
Oh, no, she don't get mad.
I don't want nobody's wife mad at me.
No.
Mine does
She's
enough of that. Mine's mad at me enough.
Yeah,
So.
she's always encouraged me to come work on the boat motor.
Well, we'll have to take her out when we get it done.
Yeah, I just took her out the other day. Took her to buy orders and got one of them margaritas.
Oh,
Margaret's.
really? Oh, Margaret's?
Man, and them ones that buy orders are the cat's meow. They'll knock out the pain.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, them the good ones.
We'll have to go over there one day. Alright, thank y'all for watching. We'll see you in a few days. I do have another knife video almost made, and we'll see that in a few days. Thank you for watching. Bye.